Are we glass half full or half empty type folk?
Let's get to it.
Yeah, just reach right over.
Oh, we just answered this one. Are you a half glass full kind of person?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
I'd say generally yes, but I can definitely find the half glass empty very quickly if I want to.
But I mean, like your general first go-to outlook, you try to find the positive.
I'd say generally,
yeah.
I'm half full.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably for all three of us.
Yeah. Concur. Okay, on to the next one.
Wow, there's a lot of questions in there. We answered that one already.
How do you get out of the funk?
You just read his question.
Yeah, that's not.
Sorry.
First off, we have to
phrase it like a yay or nay.
Sorry.
Yes, you didn't do that.
I am ashamed.
I shouldn't think we should blame it on our intern.
Intern.
Yeah, the intern.
Yeah, the intern.
I'm for that.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
The intern.
That non-existent intern.
Now we just need to come up with a name for that fictitious intern.
Do you get out of your funk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I would say conversations with people that are close to me. Just going to a Bible study or church service.
Yeah.
Usually can get me out of a funk.
I would say though that there are long. Wait, you haven't put yours up yet. And do you get?
I did.
Well, no, George didn't.
Oh, yes,
okay.
sorry.
There we go.
Jeez, he's so picky.
I will say though that there are funks that I've been in that are harder, like very hard to get out of. Like there's been times where I've had days in a row where I'm between frustrated, angry, just like the whole gambit for like several days in a row, just because it's like very frustrating whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Mine don't last that long usually.
Yeah.
But again, I don't really. I think sometimes too, depending on where you are in life, sometimes you just don't have that option.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with me and my family dynamics. I tend to be the one kind of hold everything together. So if I am in a funk, then it doesn't just affect me.
Right.
There's so many people that it affects.
Yeah.
That I have to get out of it fairly quickly. And usually the way that I'm able to do that is if I have done something wrong, I have to really, suck it up and be humble and apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find when you apologize first, even if you only did like 1% wrong, like,
Right.
Hey, talking to the kids or something. Hey, sorry that I raised my voice. That much or whatever, I need to address things, in a little bit calmer manner or whatever.
Yeah.
But, then they'll be like, well, I'm sorry for you getting mad and yelling and, and cursing or doing whatever, right?
You're able to change the whole dynamic by changing your perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I do find that, you have to, it's very much different with different people.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There are definitely some people that can put me in a funk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would say one of the biggest things that I get in a funk about is when I get sick.
Yeah.
Because you feel sick, but it's like I'm a person who likes to be busy and doing stuff, and when I'm sick and I can't because I just cannot think or focus, it really annoys me.
And he gets very grumpy.
I do. No. I will get grumpy.
No, but I will say music helps a lot for me. Like hearing, like if I can get something fun or different on, that I can for 2 minutes just concentrate on that.
Yes,
it'll give me a break from whatever funk or whatever's bothering me, and I can then look at it and be like, okay, I need to take a breath and I need to fix this.
Music,
or, whatever.
I agree with the music, but another one for me is just sitting on the couch for a minute or two with our dog.
Yeah,
just
oddly calming. How calming. A pet is.
Yeah, a pet can really help with that.
Yeah,
that's
true.
It's your turn.
I didn't tell you how I dealt with mine.
Oh, I thought you did.
Sorry.
Okay. I kind of did.
But I thought you did.
I'm going to elaborate.
Okay. Go ahead. I haven't read it yet.
No, I forgot.
I'll put it down.
I like alone time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that is one thing for me.
Yeah.
Because
Kind of
well, you guys
recharge.
kind of reminded me. That's why I said I have more. Or I didn't get an answer, but I did. I guess I answered first. But
You did answer first.
but yeah, I find that like I have to take myself away from a situation or from wherever I'm
Oh
at.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I like to just be alone, and it could be in the car, it could be in the garage, it could be wherever. It could be sitting in this office. It could be
Yeah.
just somewhere by myself
Yeah.
That's true.
Mhm.
where I can talk to God, or I can yell at God, or I can whatever I want to do,
Just take a couple
Cry.
deep breaths. Yeah.
Whatever.
Cry. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
whatever
true.
I need to do. But yeah, so alone time for me, and I think that's again because I got so many people. I'm always talking to people.
Right.
Right,
There's
yeah.
never
Yeah.
really.
Well, yeah. Being
I
in a
can-
gym, you
I
have
can
to be
get-
so social.
I can get advice from a million people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, anyways, go
Yeah.
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
Proceed. How many questions have we got?
I think we have 4 more.
Ooh.
Goodness, we need to move this one along. This is gonna be a long episode, guys.
Yeah.
Good stuff,
Uh,
though.
Do you have a memorable half full moment?
Ooh, a half full moment.
Yay, but I
Yes.
can't remember it.
Yeah.
I think there's probably been a lot of small ones.
I would probably say one of the biggest ones. I mean, I do have several of them. But one of the biggest ones recently was I went to a conference recently. It was called Sonicon,
Yeah.
and it was filled with people who love, and I mean love, audio dramas.
Mm.
They write audio dramas, they produce it, they do sound design, they do music, they do the whole 9 yards. I've loved audio dramas ever since I was a kid. And to be able to just meet those people, because their names who I've seen on
Yeah.
credits for years.
Yeah.
And I was actually able to meet them. And so that moment, it was really weird because I was sitting, it was a huge auditorium stage, whatever it'd be called.
It's at Liberty.
And
right?
Liberty University, which I've always wanted to go there anyway. So, and I actually was able to walk through Liberty, the college, and actually had a professor who toured the entire cinematography section. So I was like, I was on a high those days. But I was sitting there and I was just looking around, and there were thousands of seats, just going down to a stage, and there were these people there that I'd always seen their name. And they were just sitting there talking about writing or talking about this. I was just sitting there. I was like, wow, I'm actually here.
Yeah.
And there was actually people who did live action of audio dramas that they had written. I had always wanted to see it acted out live. And it happened there.
Yeah.
And so I was just sitting there. I was like, this is so cool.
That was more of a glass full moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was only
good.
half full.
Yeah, that's true.
that is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say mine was probably when, probably going back to 2018, just realizing that a lot of the struggles I had, that other people had them.
Yeah.
Because when you're struggling with something, you isolate yourself and you don't talk. But I did talk. I talked to you. I talked to a couple other people and realized that I was not alone.
Right.
And that realization was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And that was definitely a half full moment for me. Just the realization that I wasn't alone in my struggles.
Yeah.
So
Mine's similar to Seth's, in the sense of like, because of my low in 2012, end of 2012, that brought me to the point where I really thought that I would never be married again.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, like I was unworthy. I mean, who would ever love somebody who was like me? Do you know what I mean? Fast forward, and then I get married in 2018. Do you know what I mean?
It was like a month before I met you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yes, it was.
So
you had just come back from the honeymoon.
I got married in 2018. You know what I mean? And my wife will tell you that she knows my past.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't ever imagine you being that person.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just as I've watched God redeem and, restore my life, it's been pretty cool to watch how, there was a point where back in those times I was living in a camper behind the gym.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? By
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
By choice. But still, didn't really have a home to live in by choice. Trying to get my life together, driving an old beat up car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
now, we've got several businesses. We have this wonderful show. We've got a lot of things that I have to be very grateful for because we didn't have them at one point.
Right.
There's no way I would have been able to buy this mic,
Right.
back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have 6 mics, 7 mics, however many we got. You know what I'm saying?
You have a lot.
So it's just, it's been, that kind of thing like
Yeah.
with you, it's like, wow. I went from here. I think of Job and I try to think of stuff like that. And, my wife is going through a Job kind of moment this last couple of weeks or whatever. And so it's been really rough for her, but we're hoping and praying that she's kind of coming around the corner. But yeah, it's just rough when you're in that low
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then God redeems you and, and restores everything to better than what it was before,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, that was why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways.
No, yeah, that is amazing. I the other day I was thinking, I can't remember where it was I was reading, but it was like, it's good to look back and see where you've been, not to dwell on it because you're not that person anymore.
Right.
But to sit there and realize, like just now, like thinking about year 2012, year 2018, the stuff that was going on, and where I am today, it's like, there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
And to see the journey is an incredible thing to see.
And if you look at each other, like we were just talking before about like he said farm business. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The microgreens. And to think about like when we talked, you should talk about microgreens.
Yeah.
It was like, now it's like, okay, they're going fairly well.
Yeah.
Things are moving. We got some more restaurants and,
Yeah.
so, and even our show. I mean, thanks to you guys and the hard work. I mean, there was a point where I was just like, ugh, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And now I think we're starting to see that there are people that do want to listen and do want to hear and do want
follow us on the journey.
Yeah. So, even if it's one that we're able to influence and impact, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes you feel like it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
So we are thankful for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make our glass half full.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
You have to read it out loud.
That's a good yay or nay.
Yeah.
Question.
Okay. Do you notice a difference with or without a routine?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on what it is.
Yes. Was it with? Yes. Or
with
I do notice the difference
with a routine.
With a routine.
Yeah. Especially if you have a routine of like, for us, like Bible study, reading our Bible, that makes a huge difference for me. I can definitely tell when I don't do it or I don't spend time in prayer.
Yeah.
That things just don't feel right. I'm not in the right mindset.
Well, not only that, but it's actually strange because I've been trying to specifically about a year ago. I tried specifically paying attention to that, and because it was during a time when Jose was being a pain in my butt. Jose, if you're listening, but no, is because he was talking about routine.
Yeah.
It's very important, very important. And so I was trying to think, okay, it probably is. I'll try. I'll look at it over.
Are you saying Jose was right?
No, I'd never say that.
Not on a recorded line.
Right? No, not with witnesses. No, but no, I've noticed a huge difference, even when it's something as small as, like recently, I've gotten up, done my hygiene, taken a few minutes, watched something, looked at social media, do my devotions, do bouncing, which is one of the only exercises recently where I don't hurt as much, but I do bouncing, and then I go and do my work. If I deviate from that at all, my outlook on things is totally different because I either don't have enough time with devotions with God, or something is just off enough where I either complain more or I get upset more easily or stuff like that. So it's strange because even the slightest thing off from that, and I notice a difference in my personality some.
Wow. So that's what happened. What was wrong with those days?
Oh, so funny. How about you guys?
Yeah, I already said, yeah, definitely routines help. What about you, George?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely do. Having a routine, they do, but as you know, with like scripture and stuff, sometimes a routine is, I mean, it's just not honoring, or
It's too much of a routine.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
see what
it's
you're
more
saying.
like just checking a box,
Right.
and that's
right,
where I
yeah.
get into trouble a lot
Mm.
because it's like I have that routine, but is there
Purpose.
intimacy? Is there a love for the
Mhm.
Lord when I'm doing that?
Yeah.
And
that's true.
a lot of times there's not, because it's okay, my day's this. It's so busy that my excuse is that it's so busy, and so it's like, let me get this
Right.
task over.
Yeah.
Because I know that, and it is, God is more important than anything.
Mhm.
But at a lot of times, I will put him in this category, just like, okay, my time with the Lord is first thing in the morning when I'm driving to my first food truck event or driving to work or whatever. Again, not that time can't be utilized for that.
Right.
But it's a routine that I have gotten accustomed to that, yesterday I watched a video and it was talking about love and loving God, like truly loving God. Like, God deserves our love. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of times we just don't give him what he deserves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
And so that's something that I am really trying to make a part of my routine is more of like a true love for the Lord. Like, I want to spend time with you.
Right.
On this drive.
Yeah.
Not I have to spend time with you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I had to get to, because that's why try and do it first thing in the morning before I get busy. Because I noticed if I do other things, even just other small things first, I start thinking of those in the back of my brain while I'm reading devotions.
Yeah.
That's why unless I do it first thing, I don't concentrate on it the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah. See, and it works the opposite kind of for me.
Oh, really?
In the sense that, like, when I do it first thing, my brain is like, all right, let me get this over because I have so much other things to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can check this off the list,
then
I can move on to other things that I've got to figure out and to do.
Right? Yeah.
Or I'm almost to where my destination is.
Right.
Get this thing over. All right.
Yeah.
Love you, Lord. All right, deuces.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not fair. I mean,
Right.
Have you ever done that one, a prayer? Like,
yes.
Praying for food.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this food. I appreciate it. Yep. All right, gotta go. Love you.
Yeah.
Amen. Instead of going through and not that you have to pray 30 minutes to bless your food, but a true heartfelt prayer like, Lord, this meal is more than 90% of the world gets.
Right.
I am very grateful for this meal.
Yeah.
The ability to be able to pay for this meal. A real true
Spend
heartfelt
some time, yeah.
Sincere prayer. And again, it doesn't have to be but 20 seconds.
Right.
But truth and heartfelt and love and true thankfulness for something that is a blessing to be able to eat 3 meals a day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we eat 50 meals a day and we're like...
Like on the days that we do Sample Saturday case tests.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that would feed a family for a week.
Yeah.
And we doing a sample Saturday sampling sometimes. But anyways, did you already do yours?
Yeah, I drew mine.
That was yours.
Is either half full or half empty a state of mind? I think we already answered that. That is it can be a state of mind, but it's a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's as state of mind, it's a choice.
Oh, that's the last
Okay.
one.
Yep.
All right.
Has someone affected your glass perspective?
Oh yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. It's not one person, but for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just gonna
it's-
say.
I would say like recently. You could do like more recently. So there's definitely been like 3 or 4 people that have really been influential and
Yeah.
Mhm.
that have changed my perspective of things.
Yeah.
Definitely throughout life, I think it's different people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, you
Like,
look at.
Because I mean, everybody goes through your life, and everybody's life goes through different stages,
Cycles.
as cycles. As they get older, they have to learn new things, make decisions, and there's always someone along the way that you can either choose to utilize their leadership or their
Wisdom.
or
Yeah.
and that will affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I mean,
Well, like we said earlier, asking for help.
Mm.
To have those people in your life that you trust
Yeah.
to be vulnerable to.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very, very blessed to have people like that in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
People that tell you what you need to hear, even when you don't want to hear it.
Right.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Even when you really want to say, I don't want to hear this. Can you just leave the room,
Yes.
please?
Change the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
have those people. But yeah, that was a good conversation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
Very good.
really good.
That was good. Glad we were able to share with you all and share some time with
Yeah.
you. Sorry it was such a long episode, but I think it was some good content to discuss.
And let us know if you've had half glass full, half glass empty days, what they've been. If you've had people who have changed your perspective on things, and even if you want to let us know something that was a low point, let us know. Share it. It always helps to have accountability on things, because when you put it out there and people realize it, it's kind of like a thing in the back of your brain. Oh wait, everybody knows that happened. That was a half glass empty. Maybe I need to change my thinking. Maybe I need to
Mhm.
continue doing better. So if
Or-
you have,
Or they
But-
know, like Seth said earlier, they realize that they're not alone.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
So when you put it out there, you realize that there are so many people that
Yeah.
have gone through what you're going through, what you've been through, what
Yep.
you will go through.
Yeah.
And that gives you hope. It
Yeah.
gives you, like,
yeah,
okay.
gives you a lifeline.
Yeah.
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 So,
Till next time.
till
Till
next
next time.
time.